Good morning. Check out my new robe. Isn't it so fun? Strawberry milk mom. I woke up feeling absolutely parched. Your reminder to fill your water bottle first thing in the morning. Drink some water first thing in the morning. Do it. I'm honestly so tired. I've not been sleeping that great lately, but regardless, I want to make it a good day. It's kind of funny and a little ironic because literally in my last vlog, I was talking about how I was kind of feeling shitty, but feeling good the past few. That just goes to show that a little bit of consistency changes everything. Like after one solid day, you feel good, but after 2, 3, 4, you feel amazing. And then you just kind of get like addicted to the feeling in a healthy way. Like not obsessive, but like, yes, let's keep this going. When you're a week in and you're just like treating yourself well, eating nutrient dense foods, moving your body enough, like you just feel great.
Because like all the episodes and like where your mental state was.
I feel like this color looks like different shades in all sources of lighting. It's technically coral, but I feel like it looks not as bright in this bathroom. I don't know. I love an all black gym fit, but I think wearing a colorful matching set is just fun. Also, I don't care if it's superficial. I do think wearing a cute set to the gym, whether you wear something over it or not, because I always do, just makes things more fun. Like it just does. Sometimes romanticizing the gym in that way really makes a big difference, and it's fine. Of course, I'm not telling you need to buy like a bajillion gym sets, but you know, for your birthday or when they're having a sale, consider it. I think it makes it a whole vibe, and whatever you can do to make the experience fun and better and something you look forward to, do it. And I love an all black look, right? And I used to mostly wear all black to the gym, but part of that is because I know I have a good amount of cellulite, but color is just so fun and I try to just get over it and not care. I mean, to be honest, I'm not looking at my cellulite, right? It's on the back side of me, like I can't see it unless I look in the mirror. So that's somebody else's problem. But also they shouldn't even be having a problem with it, right? And so, I don't know, just your sign to not care about that stuff. Because if wearing this color makes me happy and makes my workout better, who cares? I want to eat breakfast before the gym today though. I just toasted some bread and I actually threw some cheese on top. It's not my bagel, unfortunately. I'm out of those and we are actually leaving this weekend, which I'll tell you about that, but so I didn't re-prep them or anything. I'm also trying to use all the fresh fruit in my fridge. So we have bread, cheese. I'm gonna add half an avocado on top of that. And then for the meat, this is what we have. So this is what we're doing. And then I have these eggs prepped. It's 1 egg mixed with cottage cheese. So I'm just doing a little toast action, open face sandwich deal. And honestly, I'm very excited about it. Of course, I wish it was my bagel to get more protein and less other stuff. But this is good. I was starting to get hungry, and if I go to the gym hungry and like feeling unfueled, I'm not gonna do well. I've done it before and I hate it. I hate that feeling. Like imagine trying to lift heavy things with no energy in your body, like no fuel, no source. Don't do that. Well, I mean, you can train fasted, but I've been up for a few hours is my point. Make sure to eat if you need to eat, you know? We are gonna do some upper body today, which I am looking forward to. I feel like all week I've been in a really good gym mood, which makes the experience better because of course that just like ebbs and flows, you know, but I'm excited for today. Water, headphones, wrist straps, keys, phone, ring sleeve, let's go. I started with a warm up as always, then went into dumbbell shoulder presses. These were feeling good. Then into lat pull downs, which honestly also were pretty solid today. Then I did a superset of cable rope bicep curls, followed by tricep push downs. I really like these. I honestly just love the cable machine. And then per usual, I've been trying to do assisted pull-ups. I can usually only really do 5 at a time. So I'll do 5, take a break, and then another set of 5. I have to show you how I like fling out of this because it's like a rubber band, right? It's so funny to me. And then I always do a couple sets of these hanging leg raises for core, ending with cool down stretches. And I will not be putting my face directly on that mat. I always make sure my shirt is a barrier. After that, per usual, I took Duncan on a nice long walk. It wasn't too hot just yet, which was nice. It felt good, all of it.
Are you such a good boy? You are.
Heel.
Yes.
This t-shirt is concert merch and I think it's really cute, but what's also cute is it matches these little lifestyle athletic shorts. I think this is adorable. I love it. let's make some drinks. I've talked about how I'm trying to stay consistent with workouts even if my schedule is different over the summer, right? Like summer's always just crazy. I've been showing up, which is amazing. I'm not following a legit program right now, but I've also been trying to be consistent with my creatine. You know I take creatine every day, and not only is it good for exercise performance, your muscles and stuff like that, but it actually does so much more. It's good for your brain health, your energy, and recovery too. And I feel like recovery has been harder because I didn't lift for like 2 weeks. So then when I came back, I was like extra sore, this and that, whatever. So I'm trying to keep this up and be consistent with taking it. It is easy too. Like it's a flavorless powder. You can throw it in anything. I always combine it with some sort of electrolytes. I ran out of my liquid IV, so I'm doing these from Peak right now. And I really don't do many supplements at all. So I just try to get in my creatine because I feel like it's the one thing that I can stick to. It's not that hard. It does more than you probably think it does. Like I feel like you probably initially think, oh, that's for lifting, that's for gym bros, this and that, but it's also good for so much more. I am a strong believer of creatine. I'll link this one. It's 100 servings too, and it's fairly affordable. Creatine monohydrate. This is pink, how cute. I also wanna make a coffee. Chobani chocolate chip cookie dough. Mason jars are the best, I swear. They're cheap, they're durable, and they have measurements on the side to make your latte exactly how you want it with the right proportions and everything. And I want my coffee tasting good, tasting sweet, but also not like 500 calories because I don't need that. I don't need that. I'm not trying to waste a bunch of calories on liquids, you know what I mean? I really love using this milk because I use about half a cup in my latte, and that's like 6.5 grams of protein. Makes a difference for sure. And it's only 40 calories. And I am not obsessively counting or anything by any means, but coffee is something that you can take it really, really overboard and end up overindulging more than you think you are, or you can make it a little more friendly and supportive. And this is so good. So good. And the reality is, when you have certain goals, like you do have to keep some of these things in mind, you know? You can't just eyeball everything and expect amazing results. Like, you gotta be mindful. You gotta look out here and there, maybe take a measurement every now and then to just give you a reality check of like where you actually are. But this is so good. Just because I didn't put 4 servings of creamer in here doesn't mean it's not good and enjoyable. So I'm filming just kind of like an updated Q&A soon. I usually do them twice a year, like once around this time and then once usually during Vlogmas. And so I posted a question box on my Instagram, which you should follow me, and then also on my YouTube community tab. And someone asked my thoughts on GLP-1s. And I was like, you know what? I want to talk about that in a video because that's been like the biggest newest thing impacting like the health and fitness industry. And I mean, I've personally never expressed my thoughts on it. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll give you my take. Let's talk about it. Let's open it up. So just a brief overview so that we are abiding by the same definition. A quick Google search tells you that a GLP-1 or glucagon-like peptide-1 is a hormone naturally produced in the body, primarily in the gut, that plays a crucial role in regulating blood sugar levels, appetite, and digestion. It stimulates insulin release from the pancreas, which makes sense because this can be used to help treat diabetes. So we know a lot of people are using this for weight loss. My opinion is that it is beneficial for certain people, of course. Like I feel like you've seen online, it has changed people's lives, which is amazing. Do I think everyone should be on it? Absolutely not. But also, I feel like my opinion is not a hot take. So sorry if you're waiting for something crazy controversial, but honestly, I think I have a very central opinion on it. So I've heard from people's experiences, I don't have experience with one, my own, that it's really awesome in a sense that it can limit food noise. I definitely would consider myself someone that deals with that, like thinking about food all the time. Like, what am I eating next? And this, and like while you're eating your current meal, you're already planning out the rest of your day. Like I definitely deal with that. And sometimes I give it too much power, right? Like it is hard. Like food can be a hard idea mentally for sure. Yes, food is fuel, and I wish that I could just only look at food as fuel. I would probably eat so much better. But the reality is a lot of food is mental, you know? A lot of people have emotional ties to it. Like it is such a interesting topic that can really take control in your life. And of course, everyone's relationship with food is gonna be different. But so I think that's a really awesome thing about it. The thing I worry about with GLP-1s is because it is new, of course we don't know long-term effects. I mean, that's like with any new drug, like you just simply don't know how it's gonna affect you in the long term. So that's something I worry about. In 10 years, 20 years, people that are taking GLP-1s, like is something gonna be happening to them later down the line because of it? I don't know. And we won't really know until time passes, right? And so I do think they are beneficial for certain candidates, right? Like I don't think just like anyone should just be going to pick this up, especially because a lot of people are quick to not research something. Like they hear, oh, quick weight loss, which I know there's more to it. If you don't put in more work, like you're gonna lose the weight and just gain it all back. Like you have to actually change your lifestyle in order to maintain weight loss. I know that from experience without a drug, but I feel like a lot of people hear this and like see this new shiny thing and they're quick to like want to jump on it, but I don't think everyone is necessarily a good candidate. There's also things people talk about like Ozempic face and this and that. And I think you have to realize like, yes, it's great for weight loss, but it probably affects other things in maybe your body as well. You know, a lot of people experience a lot of nausea or their face changes. Like there's a lot of different things that I just think people need to be aware of before they go on it. Will I ever go on it? I mean, initially I'd say no, but also I feel like never say never. What if something happens to me with my health or XYZ and this would be beneficial for me? I'm not gonna completely knock it. Like I'm not against it, but me right now, yes, I struggle with things day to day, but I've been able to make progress before without it. So like in my head, I'm like, why would I use it? You know, it wouldn't be worth it to me with my lifestyle, is my opinion. My huge, strong opinion though, is that if you are an influencer, content creator, social media, whatever, and you're in the health and fitness and wellness niche and you are profiting from, you know, whether it's advice you get and then views or it's selling a program, a course, whatever, I think you 100% do have to disclose being on a GLP-1. And I think a lot of people argue influencers don't owe you every piece of information just because they post themselves online, but I do think there are some things that they owe you depending on what they use your platform for. Like if I were to go on it, I would 100% disclose that to you, and I do feel like that would be my obligation. That's what I talk about. Yes, I make money off of my videos. If I were to be on one and, you know, be getting certain results and then telling you like, oh, I am looking this way and this is my daily routine, I have to disclose that. Like that would just be selling you like a false promise almost if I didn't. And there's been influencers exposed for doing that stuff, and I think it's insane. I know a lot of people fake things online and that shouldn't be the norm, but the reality is that happens. I will say I feel like it's easier to do in a short form context versus long, but I don't know. I mean, the internet can be so fake, right? And so that is a very strong opinion I have. You know, if you're profiting in any way from anything in this type of health and wellness and whatever industry online, you have to disclose that to your audience. You simply have to. If you are a gamer and you're on Ozempic, your audience does not need to know. Why would they need to know? It doesn't do anything to your videos, your content, your whatever. Like that is so unrelated. That's where I think like, oh, if you don't want to disclose it, you don't have to disclose it. Or if you're like a DIY, or like if it has nothing to do with what you are dishing out and what you are profiting of, gaining off of, like you don't have to tell anyone. Like you don't owe them that. But if it were me, for example, yes, I owe that to you. And I know that. And so this is my time to tell you I've never been on a GLP-1 and I'm not on one now. So if that wasn't clear, that kind of summarizes up my opinion. And I also haven't done my own extensive research on this. I've listened to a few podcasts here and there, but I haven't personally inquired about going on it. So I haven't done really more research, and it's something I've never really talked about. So yes, it's a topic that's interesting to me, especially because it's, you know, becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. But I also have seen people go on it, go off of it and gain all the weight back, you know? Like, yes, it is this amazing drug for some people, but also if you're just using it for weight loss, like you have to realize the second you go off it, if you're going back to your old lifestyle where you were gaining weight, well, that's just gonna happen to you again, you know? Like you can use it as a tool and it can change people's lives, but also I don't believe it is for everyone. I feel like that's how I feel about a lot of things, you know? Like nothing in life really is a one size fits all. Except for, you know, my recent video where I talked about 5 summer habits that are gonna make you feel your best, but also like the things that are for everybody are simple. Drinking water, moving your body, like that is for everyone. And those aren't mind-blowing like crazy new inventions, right? So let me know your thoughts. And if it gets controversial, that's fine. Or if you have experience with one, like I would like to know. One of my social media friends posted her whole journey and I watched it all. Like it's so interesting to me and it did amazing things for her and good for her. Like I'm happy for her. I would never tear her down for doing that. Also, who am I to judge what other people are doing with their lives for their bodies? Like do whatever you want. Yeah. I'm hungry. Let's make a yogurt bowl. I used to make this fairly often and then I stopped for a while and then I made it yesterday and it was so good. So I'm taking just plain Greek yogurt. We'll do a serving of this. Weighing things on a scale instead of using a measuring cup is so much easier because you use so many less dishes. And half the time I'm weighing things because I want to make sure I'm getting the full serving of protein. So like, for example, this one serving is 3/4 cup or 170 grams, but you get 16 grams of protein. So I'm like, yes, I want that all. And then to it, I'll add a serving of PB Fit. And that adds 8 more grams of protein, which is amazing. Then I'll add some sugar-free maple syrup. This is just to sweeten it up because plain Greek yogurt is sour, honestly. Like, I think it's a good alternative to sour cream. Mix that together. And then, on top of it, we add apple slices. I cut these the other day. I'm gonna break them in half just so they're easier to eat, like in a bowl sense. But it's like apples and peanut butter, but it's more like whipped, so it's like a peanut butter dip, and I think it's a healthier version in terms of there's way more nutritional value. Yummy. And you can even share some of it with your dog. My daily editing and walking routine, but I wouldn't have it any other way. But I wanted to fill you in, so I mentioned earlier in this video that we're leaving Saturday. We are going to Canada. I've never been to Canada before. When this video is uploaded, I will be in Canada. I mentioned a few times on my channel that this year, I'm trying to do something new every single month. For June, it's Canada, which is so exciting. We're flying into Calgary, we're going to Banff, we're doing a bunch of stuff, outdoorsy things. We're going with Keith's family, so I'm excited because I've never been. And part of me thinks it's like kind of crazy because I'm from Wisconsin, right? And it's like, that's north. That's probably not that far from Canada, right? But I've never been there. I hope I see cool animals so I can send my dad pictures. My dad's a big animal guy. So far throughout this year though, January, my new thing was I went to Colorado and I learned to ski. So that was 2 big new things. February, I went to Abu Dhabi, which is crazy. March, I started ballet. April, I started hip hop. May, I tried reformer Pilates for the first time. And June is gonna be Canada. No, I do not have the rest of the year planned out. We'll see kind of what brings me through the rest of the year, but I'm definitely gonna make a video at the end of the year talking about doing a new thing every month because I really feel like it's done a lot for me, honestly. I would say 2025 has been an exciting year for me personally. Since it'll be published, I think, early in my trip, give me some recommendations. Maybe I'll see them, maybe I'll miss them, I don't know. I'm gonna miss Dunks so much, of course. But he is going to who he just did his board and train through. He's going back there for a regular like boarding situation, and I really, really like them, so I'm really happy about that. Feeling good, moving my body, getting my steps. A high step goal, honestly, just like makes my whole body feel so much better day to day. I like wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm refreshed. Just feel good and like not grossly full and my food is digested, and I don't know, I'm just a big step fan, okay?
Good boy.
It was supposed to rain and then didn't, and it's kind of like breezy. I feel like this is the coolest the air has felt in a hot minute, like temperature-wise. It's a very nice evening walk. So when we're in Canada, we will be there during the Stampede in Calgary, which is, I believe, like a rodeo, and I think we're gonna go. So I have been wanting a like legit pair of cowboy boots. I have 2. One's like a cheapy Amazon pair, wore to ACL. One's more like a dressy Western style boot, but not necessarily a cowboy boot. And I always said, at some point while I'm living here, I need to buy some boots. And so I finally got some boots. Allen's Boots is a chain. They have a couple locations, but they have a big location on South Congress. And so earlier this week I went by, I actually had these pair in mind. I want like a funky pair. I don't want just plain black, plain brown, whatever, because so many people were like, oh, you should get Tacovas, you should get Tacovas. And I'm sure Tacovas are great and they have some cute ones, but I wanted crazy. Like I just wanted something funky. I wanted the boot to be the outfit. And so this is what I got. You might think they're ugly. You might think they're cute. I don't know, but I love them. I love the horseshoe, the star. I love that they're like a reddish maroon. They're not too maroon, but they're not bright. They look like old, like a little like dirty, like kind of dull, as if they've been worn. And I haven't worn them yet, obviously, but I wanted crazy boots, okay? And I love these. They have personality. This is what I wanted. But so I need to figure out what to wear with these. I put on just like a plain white dress, and because these are more like dull, I felt like a bright white wasn't really it. And so I have some options here. I have another package coming tomorrow, and you know, when I travel somewhere, it's not like I buy a whole new wardrobe every time I travel. That's just stupid, right? But I wanted to put effort into a fun Western look. And so I did a little bit of online shopping, and I don't have everything here yet, but I was thinking that overalls or like short dolls could be a fun look. I got 2 pairs in, one regular denim and then like a beigey color. We'll try them on. Okay, these are actually really cute. Like I think the overalls are decent quality and fit pretty well. Like I think they look cute on me, but they definitely don't go with the boots. Like I feel like the boots vibe either requires a darker denim or just not these. So, but you understand my vibe, right? And I don't know exactly what I'd wear under, but this was a thought. These match the color scheme of the boots way more. And I don't know if you can tell far away. Do you see what I mean? They go much better. Would I wear it one strap? Would I wear it fully up? Am I gonna wear it at all? I don't know. I thought overalls could be really cute. I also have this denim vest. Not that I'd wear it with overalls, but that I could throw on over something, more like a dress or something like that. I also have more stuff coming tomorrow, so these aren't my only options. I can't really ask you for help because when this is posted, I'll already be there. I think gonna make a TikTok while I pack tomorrow and hopefully have people help there. So this is just your reminder to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I've been posting more short form. So I'm also afraid these are gonna get wrinkly, but I'm excited. And these boots, aren't they just so funky? But I love them. They're so fun. Okay, I also got this, but I just knew deep down that it wasn't gonna work together. Like, I feel like these both could be cute, or honestly, maybe not. Do you understand like where I wanted to take this? Follow me to see what I come up with, because I'm looking forward to that day too. I've been really craving smoothie bowls lately, and my Ninja Creamy decided to cooperate today. You never know. Some days it's easy, some days it seems broken. It's just, I don't know. Here's the consistency, if you can kind of tell. It is thick, but on purpose. It's not runny like a smoothie. It's not drinkable, you know? What's in here is one of those frozen acai packs, half a banana, a handful of frozen strawberries and blueberries, also a handful of spinach. And what we're gonna add, because I've also been in a big peanut butter mood. I feel like peanut butter for me comes in waves. I'm gonna do some PB Fit. This is gonna be dramatic, but I'm doing PB Fit powder and just kind of mixing that in there. But then I'm also doing a spoonful of regular peanut butter too. It's nothing to be afraid of, but it is more calorie dense than PB Fit, for example. So I don't eat this like all day long, right? But there's a time and place. Now's the time. Here's the place. Let's go eat it on the balcony. I did some more editing, walked to my walking pad, hit my step goal, and then I just took an everything shower so that tomorrow I can self-tan and everything before I leave Saturday. It is now time for peppermint tea. I've been having this the past few nights, which it's not a new thing to me, but I have made it several times this week, and I swear it really does make a difference. After I drink it, I feel pretty good, but then also when I wake up the next morning, I feel like it just really helps my stomach. I really like it. I still don't own a kettle, I know. I'm sorry if this is weird. And then cover it for 10 minutes. But I'm gonna take it into bed, do a little editing, plan on my day tomorrow, make sure I can get everything done before we leave the next day. So that is it for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you in my next one.